So today I have the Bandai Mazinger Z DX Solo Chogokin 50th anniversary version. So this is the big one. This one is the most expensive figure I've ever bought at $820 off of Big Bad Toy Store. This is a re-release. It originally came out in 2012 for 38,500 yen, or approximately 260 US dollars. So take that for what you will. I know there's inflation, but that's a pretty big rise. And I feel like I can tell um, that it's an older design. Okay. The joints are very simple. Um, it was, now I had just gotten the CCS Toys Great Mazinkaiser, and that was so heavy, almost 3 pounds. And so when I picked this up, I was like, man, that's for the size. Although when I first picked it up, it didn't have the plates on. So what I'm showing here is I've removed the plate here and here, and you can do that all over the place. I'm going to probably do at least one more video on this because it's there's a lot to discuss and there's a lot that I haven't explored yet. So you can see all the inner workings, and this is all plastic. So there is die cast in here. It definitely has weight, but there's a lot of plastic. So if any of this looks metallic, it's not. It's plastic. One of the figures I want to compare it to, just to get an idea of maybe um, if this is a good value at over $800, or I've seen these selling, people trying to sell them for over $1,100. So this is a re-release of a figure, and the reason I spent that much money is because I have a long history with Mazinger, and so why not get the? It's not the biggest. There are certainly bigger ones, but um, for one with die cast and articulation, those figures always are. If they're like in the 2 foot range, they're always plastic or vinyl or whatever. This here is the King Arts version, and I have stopped collecting King Arts. And it's nothing. It's nothing against King Arts. I think King Arts has very nice figures. This one is very light. This one is probably a vast majority plastic, and I would guess this probably set me back around 300. So you could kind of compare the sizes of the $800 versus a $300 figure. And it is almost like King Arts saw um, what Bandai did and said, well, we're going to reproduce that except on a smaller scale. And so I removed, in this case, so here with the Bandai version, you can only remove the front plate. With the King Arts, you can remove all around. And the King Arts is held on by magnets. And so you can take off pretty much everything. You could take off the plating on the feet. You could take off the plating. Sorry. No, that plating is already off. You could take this plating off, pretty much everything. The reason I stopped buying King Arts isn't because I didn't like the figures. It's because a lot of the value in the figures is the fact that you can remove all the plates and replace them with battle damage. The problem is that I'm spending a lot of money for all these plates that I'm not going to use because it's going to sit on my shelf. And with all my King Arts figures, I always just put them in the non-battle damaged armor. Um, so the Bandai DX version, and DX is the deluxe, I guess maybe deluxe version of the Soul of Chogokin. So this is kind of the ultimate. Um, it does not have battle damaged armor, but like I said, you can remove it all, and you could do something that you can't do with the King Arts, which is um, you can, and the King Arts, it's funny because in their promotional pics it shows like half exposed and half not, and you can't do that. Whereas you can do it here, which is there are pieces that that are cut in half, and then you can put those on. So these are all held on by magnets. These are all clipped on, and so that's what I'm saying. It feels like it's a little bit of an older design, having them clipped on instead of um, using magnets. The fingers are fully articulated. Again, I have not. I'm going to set this one down because I don't want to knock them down. Um, there's a lot more to explore on this. I believe there are light up features, and um, he has this. It's so it's a display case, and it's even got lights down here. And I do want to put the magnet or put the batteries in and then light it up. Now, as far as I could tell, there's no kind of anything in there to brace him, so I'll have to check on that. And then his various equipment you can put into the side panels there. So I plan on doing that, and I'm going to have to find a place for this because this is Manzinger Z here is 30 centimeters, which is almost a foot tall. So this is probably, I would guess, like 14 inches, maybe more. So it's pretty big. So I'm going to have to find a place, but I think it will look really neat in there with the lights on. So I want to do another video eventually showing all of that and then going through all the different features of the DX version. And we do have the Pilder with wings that fold down. Nice detailing. So there's Koji Kabuto riding on top of there. Again, it's an older. See, I wish that they had used a magnet on here because it just sits in here. The Solo Chogokin. I'm pretty sure the Solo Chogokin Manzinger Z has magnets in it, so it's held in there. This seam here isn't perfect. So, when you spend $800, you get a little bit picky. But like I said, this was originally apparently $260. So I don't know if it ever was selling for that much in the US or what it was selling for in 2012. But like I said, I think it comes back every once in a while because I could swear it was on sale, but it might have been just third-party sellers. So I'm going to come back and revisit this and get everything all set up and then take a look. I do like it. I'm a big Manzinger Z fan, but $820, that's a lot. That's a lot for what I'm getting there. And like I said, I mean these plates appear to be metal, at least the front plate. So there is metal, but none of this is metal. Even these are not metal. So that's a little disappointing, and I don't know if this can do anything or what, but I'll try and see if I can get the light up features to work on this and then come back to it. So this is Bandai's 50th anniversary DX Solo Chogokin Manzinger Z.